Imagine a man who could paint the most enigmatic smile in history, design flying machines 400 years before the Wright brothers, and unravel the secrets of the human body with nothing but a quill and curiosity. The man who painted the future, the ultimate Renaissance genius. This was Leonardo da Vinci, not just an artist, but a scientist, inventor, architect, and philosopher. A man so far ahead of his time that some called him a magician, others a prophet. But who was the real Leonardo? How did an illegitimate boy from a small Italian village become history's greatest polymath? Today, we're not just exploring his art, we're stepping into the mind of the original Renaissance man. The birth of a genius. Born on April 15, 1452, in Anciano, near Vinci, Leonardo was the illegitimate son of Ser Piero da Vinci, a wealthy notary, and Caterina, a peasant woman. His illegitimacy barred him from formal education, yet it freed him to learn outside rigid academic structures. Nature as his first teacher. Young Leonardo spent hours sketching plants, animals, and flowing water in the Tuscan hills. His earliest known drawing? A landscape of the Arno Valley, 1473, proving his obsession with nature's mechanics. At 14, he moved to Florence to train under Andrea del Verrocchio, a master sculptor and painter. Here, Leonardo didn't just grind pigments. He learned metallurgy, chemistry, and even dissected corpses to study muscles for sculptures. First masterpiece? Legend says Leonardo painted an angel in Verrocchio's Baptism of Christ, 1475, so lifelike that Verrocchio swore never to paint again. Mona Lisa. For over 500 years, one gaze has captivated millions. But this isn't just a portrait. It might be Leonardo da Vinci's greatest mystery. Who is she? The wife of a Florentine merchant? Leonardo's mother? Or could it be Leonardo himself? Likely Lisa Gherardini, wife of Florentine merchant Francesco del Giocondo. But why did Leonardo carry this portrait for 16 years, never delivering it? Some say he was perfecting his sfumato technique. Others believe it was a self-portrait in disguise. And that smile, it shifts as you move. She watches you, challenges you, maybe even mirrors you. Her face is built on the golden ratio, the same math found in nature. Microscopic letters and numbers are hidden in her eyes. The perspective is warped on purpose. The background floats between reality and dream. Mona Lisa isn't just a woman. She's a code, a psychological puzzle, maybe even a mirror. And that mirror only reflects what you're ready to see. One table, 13 figures, a single moment frozen in time. This is the Last Supper, not just a religious painting, but a riddle painted on a wall, full of hidden meanings, secrets, and mathematical perfection. Leonardo painted the Last Supper not in a museum, but directly onto the wall of a monastery dining hall in Milan. He didn't just paint the scene, he studied the room itself. He designed light, shadow, and space, as if the architecture and the painting were one. This masterpiece was never meant to hang in a gallery. Leonardo painted it directly onto the wall of a Dominican monastery, Santa Maria del Grazie, in Milan. Not canvas, not fresco, but a fragile experiment. Unlike traditional frescoes, which are painted on wet plaster, Leonardo used a mix of tempera and oil on drywall. A risky choice, and the painting began to decay within years. But Leonardo had a bigger vision. He studied the architecture of the refectory, how the sunlight moved across the room, and aligned the painting's light source with a real window on the left wall. When monks sat down to eat, they weren't just looking at a painting. They were sitting at the same table with Christ and the apostles. The room became part of the story. Leonardo's fascination with space, geometry, and human perception turned a flat wall into a theatrical illusion. It wasn't just art. It was design. It was architecture. It was theater. Leonardo didn't just paint what he saw. He painted what he believed and what he questioned. Who is Judas? Who will betray? Or is there more than one traitor? In most depictions of the Last Supper, Judas is isolated. No, seated apart. But Leonardo does something different. Asterisk. He places all 13 at the same side of the table, unified, facing us. Still, Judas is unmistakably marked. He holds a small bag, the silver he was paid. He's knocked over the salt, a symbol of betrayal. His head is lower than the rest, and he is the only one left in shadow. Asterisk. Leonardo doesn't point at him. He lets the silence expose the traitor. Leonardo didn't just paint the human body, he opened it. At night, in cold morgues, he dissected corpses in secret. Muscles, veins, organs, drawn with obsessive precision. He believed the soul lived in the brain, not the heart. A dangerous idea in his time. His famous Vitruvian Man wasn't just a drawing. It was a manifesto. The perfect human, in perfect proportion, in harmony with the cosmos. To understand life, Leonardo had to walk with death. Leonardo lived in the 15th century, but thought in the 25th. Flying machines, armored tanks, rotating bridges, diving suits. He filled notebooks with inventions that would take centuries to build. But he left no working models, no instructions, only sketches, as if daring the future to figure them out. Some say he was a dreamer, others a prophet of machines. His mind flew before his time could follow. Leonardo wrote from right to left, mirrored writing as if hiding his thoughts. Why? To protect his ideas? To confuse the church? Or simply because he was left-handed? His notebooks hold more than drawings. They hold puzzles. Mathematics mixed with philosophy. Inventions alongside poetry. And some pages still make no sense today. What if Leonardo didn't just record ideas, but encoded something greater? Leonardo moved between kings, dukes, and popes. Admired, used, feared. He painted for powerful men. He designed weapons. He knew when to speak and when to disappear. Leonardo stayed loyal only to the truth in a world ruled by God and gold. A scientist among priests, an artist among warriors, and a man who knew too much for his own time. Leonardo spent his last years in France, under the protection of King Francis I. He could no longer paint, but he never stopped thinking. He died with notebooks in his hand and questions in his eyes. No wife, no children, but a legacy that would echo for centuries. They say the king held his head as he took his final breath. Whether it's true or not, it's how a legend should end. Artist, engineer, anatomist, philosopher. Leonardo da Vinci didn't just belong to the Renaissance. He defined it. He painted souls, decoded nature, and dreamed machines that would one day fly. In every sketch, every line, every question, there was a man reaching beyond time. 5 centuries later, we're still trying to catch up. If you enjoyed learning about one of history's greatest minds, don't forget to like the video, subscribe, and turn on notifications, because the next story may change how you see history.